Hey guys, this is Susie, founder of Lit Torch app. I am so excited to share my time spent with Mark, the mayor of the GTG Good Time Gang Cigar Club. I had a great time smoking with him, drinking with him, talking with him, getting to know him. And so I'm going to share that time spent with him with you guys. So you guys get to know where he came from, who he is, and how GTG came to be. And then we'll talk about Hook Day. Y'all know what Hook Day is? If you don't, you gotta watch it. I'm here with Mark, the mayor of GTG. So he's given me time, thank you so much for giving me time.
No problem.
To let you guys get to know who Mark is. So Mark, tell me who you are. Who is Mark?
Well, really simple. Born and raised in Washington, D.C.
All right.
I grew up in a close-knit family, and I guess my grandfather was probably my first influence for cigars. I remember vividly going over to his house from a little adolescent till, he left us. You could always count on him having a cigar and some Jack Daniels.
All right. Do
he
you
called,
remember what cigar it was?
He called it a highball. Actually, it was the King Edward. It was in an orange box, because we already knew every Christmas what we was going to get him for Christmas. We were going to get him a box of King Edward cigars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, what was your first cigar experience? Was it with him?
No, actually, back in 1994, I was part owner in a sports bar called Fourth and Goal Sports Bar in Washington, D.C. And the primary owner, my fraternity brother, Ted Cook, used to come into the shop every day smoking a cigar. And he would always ask, "Hey, Mark, you want a cigar?" And I was like, "No, I don't smoke. And one night, he got me. At the end of the night, I smoked the cigar, and I never forget, it was a Tiamo cigar from Mexico.
Okay.
At the time, I thought it was the greatest smoke. And mind you, I'd never smoked before, but I thought it was the greatest smoke. And from there, I never looked back. I started a cigar company back in the mid-90s called Black Smoke Cigars.
Okay.
And since then, I'm part owner in a cigar shop, TG Cigars, 1118 9th Street, Washington, D.C. Stop by.
We might stop by there.
And from there, I created what we affectionately known as the Good Time Gang.
All right, tell us about the Good Time Gang. Tell me how it became to be, and how many members. Tell me all about it. Tell us all about it.
So, literally, it started just this simple. It was a group of us who used to hang out at Shelley's Back Room, cigar bar in Washington, D.C. We had the big round table right in the window. I mean, religiously, we're there every day. And one day, we was having so much fun, it was a little loud, and somebody came over and said, "Hey, y'all having too much fun over here. How do I join?" I said, "Well, this is our cigar club. You gotta buy everybody a drink." It wasn't a club at the time. I just made it up at the time. But I went home and I thought about it. And I was like, maybe there's something we can do with this.
When was this?
And this was about 8 years ago.
Okay.
And if anybody knows me, I don't do anything without my type man, Nate Hunter,
Okay.
the executive mayor. I called Nate. I said, "Hey, I got this idea." He said, "Hey, I think you'll run with it." And so, literally from that day forward, we're in 46 cities, 2 international cities, Bogota, Colombia, Jakarta, Indonesia. We got approximately a little over 1,000 members. And what I like to do is cater to small, primarily African-American cigar establishments, because the way you join the club is that you have to buy a drink or a cigar for every member that's present. So if it's 10 people there, that's 10 shots or 10 cigars. If it's 50 people there, that's 50 shots or 50 cigars. And what I look at, that is a great economic boom for small establishments. And so there are no dues on purpose. I'm an Omega, I pay dues. I'm a Shriner, I pay dues. I'm a Mason, I pay dues. I didn't want this to be about dues. I wanted this to be really just about a social outlet where you get to enjoy a good stick, fine company, and what I like to term tomfoolery and shenanigans.
Say that again.
Tomfoolery and shenanigans.
All right.
That's what we do.
Share with us. There's a part of GTG. There's an event that happens, and I hear it's Hook Day.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So Hook Day. Some of you all can remember back when you were in grade school or middle school or perhaps high school, where you played hooky, meaning you didn't go to school that day. Well, we just carry that on into our adult life, and we play hooky from work. So we have something that's called Hook Day. So we pick a location like a park or somebody's house, and we ask everybody to take off. We meet from 12 noon to 12 midnight.
Okay.
And we smoke, drink, tell lies, grill on the grill, and just have a great time.
Okay. All right.
And we do this usually from about April through October. When it starts getting a little cold, we kind of, let off for the winter time. But Hook Day.
Okay.
I think our last Hook Day we had easily like 500 people down at Haynes Point Park in DC.
Is Hook Day over the season now?
No, actually, the chapter here in Towson is planning to have one on October the 11th.
Okay.
If you haven't gotten your notice yet, stay tuned, it's coming out.
So where did this love for the leaf come from?
Well, after I started enjoying the cigar, I realized that cigars get you into venues that you normally wouldn't get into, and it puts you around a different class of folks who you normally wouldn't speak to. And I've met so many people, black, white, Chinese, gray, blue. I've met so many people, and it's all been around the leaf. And I think really what does it for me is that every time and if some of you all can probably appreciate this, every time I smoke a cigar, it's like I'm in a new relationship. It's like I don't know exactly how it's going to burn. I have an idea how it's going to burn, but I don't know exactly how it's going to taste. From the time I hit the foot of it all the way up to the head, I get something different out of it. And this is like every cigar. And it can change depending upon what you've eaten, what you're drinking with it. And I enjoy that experience. And, some folks take it lightly, but I really just love the experience. I like the way it feels in my hand. It never lets me down. I can call on it at the middle of the night. And it's my love. It's my passion. This is what I do.
So what's your perfect pairing? Cigar and drink.
My perfect pairing is probably the Liga Privada Flying Feral Pig.
Okay.
That's my number one cigar, bar none. They come out in limited edition, a few boxes. Every shop gets a few boxes a year. Most places will only sell you about one or two at a time. But I love that cigar, along with a shot of Basil Hayden rye. Neat. No ice. If I can't get the Basil Hayden, I'm probably doing Macallan 12, somewhere about there. Yeah.
Thank you for your time. I know you're very busy. Speaking of you doing everything with Nate, I tried to get Nate. Nate is on the move.
He's in Dubai. I probably shouldn't be saying this on camera, but yeah, he's out of the country right now.
Maybe I'll cut it out, maybe not. So I appreciate your time for letting Lit Torch and the audience get to know who Mark is, who the mayor is. If somebody wants to join GTG, how does that happen? So let's say it's somebody that's not in one of the cities. Yeah. How does that happen?
So if you're not in one of the cities where we are, there's two things you can do. First, go to our website, thegoodtimegangcigarclub.com. You can look for information there. And if you can't find it there, I want you to send me an email at Omega, that's OMEGA 2000 at AOL.com. Yes, I still have an AOL. I still have an AOL account. Omega2000 at AOL.com. Send me an email and I'll respond.
Okay, I guess AOL still works, so.
It still works, and it's free.
Okay, any last words you'd like to share with
No, I just appreciate Lit Torch, thinking enough of me to have me on your show this evening, and I wish you all much success. I know you all have been traveling all around the country, and so I'm here to support you. Anything the Good Time Gang can do to support you, I'm a phone call away.
Thank you. And I am a member of GTG,
Yes.
Nova chapter. I'm top secret if you guys don't know. So again, thank you so much for your time. Lit Torch appreciates it. We will be in touch. This is the first, but not the last. That we will be talking and trying to get some exposure with GTG.
All right.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to spark that flame. We know who Mark is now, the mayor of GTG, Cigar Club. So thank you guys for staying with us, getting to know him. And thank you for following and supporting Lit Torch app. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to YouTube. Please subscribe to YouTube, download that app, and let's spark that flame.